What's up, guys? Welcome back to Costco Sports. We're back again with another little squad builder. Beyond, brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks, my brother. How are you?
Good. On today's schedule, bro, we're gonna do a little uncapped Springbok 15. Now, obviously, it looks like it's made up mostly of the guys playing in the URC. So yeah. So the rules
And mainly
are just
Lions
obviously,
players. Like I said, we spoke about this before a little bit, obviously trying to figure out what we're going to do. And honestly, I saw most of the other teams, like the Sharks, Stormers, and Bulls, they've got a lot of guys that have like 1 cap, 2 caps.
Yeah.
So for me, a majority of my teams actually got, well, not majority, I've got a few majority Lions players in the side.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just like at last that tour to New Zealand and Australia just before the World Cup where a lot of guys got
testing the
1 or 2
players out.
caps.
How are we going to do this? Are we going to do front row first, then the locks, then loose forwards, halfbacks, wings, centers, and outside backs, I guess?
Yeah. So we'll go, you do your front row, I do my front row.
Okay, perfect. You want me to start?
Yeah, start. Bro.
Okay, awesome. So, I saw the props we a bit lacking in South Africa. Like we've mentioned before about the single caps or 2 caps. A lot of guys have received 1 or 2 caps. But I've gone for my props. I've got Gerard Steenkamp from the Bulls. He's been actually part of the box squads before. He's been part of the box squads before, but I don't think he's ever gotten a cap.
Yeah,
And then I've got Yetlin Fischer from the Stormers. Does he have a cap, Gerard Steenkamp? Oh, I fucked up on the first one. I fucked up on the first one.
I wrote his name in, but he got a cap, bro. He got a cap, bro.
Did you? Do you know against who? I didn't even know you got a cap. Because I remember he was part of the setups, but...
Australia, bro. I think Australia got a cap.
Oh, shit. Okay, so who do you have as your first prop then?
I also went with Yetlin Fischer. On the other side, bro, was a difficult one, but I went with Steve Satole. Now, obviously not the most flashy player, but he does the job wherever he's been. You know, at Lions he was probably like the main number 1, and at Stormers is still yet to break through really, but he does a job, bro. You know, and it's not like you said, it's not many rolling around. So I went with Steve at number 1.
So we both got Yetlin Fischer from the Stormers, and then you went with Steve from the Stormers. I went with Gerard Steenkamp. Obviously doesn't count. A bit of a fuck up there from me, but it is what it is. Who did you go for the number 2 spot?
Just it's a bit of a, not a confusing one, but Johan Grobler. I think he's just been consistent for the Bulls. And Jan Hendrik Wessels is from the Bulls, but I think obviously Grobler starts, so we'll have to put him in first, you know?
That was exactly my conundrum as well. I was deciding between Wessels and Grobler. Grobler reminds me a bit of a Malcolm Marx type of player, but I actually went for Jan Hendrik Wessels. I think he actually offers more technically, and I think once he actually matures a little bit more, because he's still quite young. I think he's only 22 at the moment. So I think once he matures a little bit, we're going to see more of him. So for me, obviously, Gerard Steenkamp doesn't count. So I think we're going to go with your props. Well, mine as well, Yetlin Fischer. So I think so far for Uncapped Bokke 15, we've got Steve Satole, Yetlin Fischer, and then I'll give Johan Grobler the edge as well, just because of what you mentioned, that he's actually the starting hooker for the Bulls at the moment. So yeah, Johan Grobler for me can definitely get into the side.
For sure. Let's move on to the locks then, bro. Who do you have at 4 and 5?
Okay, so at 4, I've got a fan favorite of yours, Ruben van Heerden.
Yeah.
I feel like he was man of the match, I think, last week for the Stormers. And yeah, he just seems like an excellent type of player. He's very much in the mold of a Louis de Jager, that style. He's big boy. So Ruben van Heerden at 4, and number 5, I went with Ruan Nortje of the Bulls.
Again, I'm sorry to do this to you. He's also got a cap, bro.
When did he get a cap?
Same time as Steenkamp, bro.
Bro, how is this? I'm sure we even went on Wikipedia and checked if they had caps. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Okay, so I fucked up 2 already. Guys, my apologies. I've already fucked up 2. Who did you go for the locks then? I'm sure Ruben van Heerden is your side.
Ruben van Heerden at 4, a difficult one, but I went with JJ van der Mesh, bro. Obviously, like, there's not many guys who have been uncapped, but he's in France, a unit, bro. You never know, like, what could happen. I think he's good, bro. He's massive. I was surprised when he left, but he's doing well in France, bro, getting quite a lot of games. I mean, he's a young boy, bro, so I think
probably
he's got
a financial reason. You know, when the money talks, bro.
Yeah, if he doesn't stay in France or like doesn't decide to play for France, I think that will be another option for South African rugby, bro.
If you look at France and how they, well, not poached, but Paul Willemse the Bear, I mean, JJ van der Merwe, Paul Willemse, pretty much the same type of
Same
player
guy,
out of
bro.
high school. Yeah, they're exactly the same player. So, to be honest with you, I could easily see JJ van der Merwe, if he doesn't get called up soon, probably heading into the French side.
Yeah, for sure. Let's move on and loose forwards, bro. I'll go first on this one.
Go
Number
ahead.
6, I went with Handro Liebenberg. Another cap of the box, obviously captain of Leicester Tigers. Great player, bro. 7, Ruan Venter. Beast at the Lions, bro. He's probably gonna get a cap this coming year. And number 8, the guys roaming around obviously have a few caps, but one that's I like him, has impressed me, is Cameron Hanekom, bro. I enjoy the way he plays, bro.
You don't think he's going to end up in Wales?
I don't think so, bro. He would have left already, I think. Yeah.
Okay, well, for me, I also went with Ruan Venter, but I actually went with Ruan Venter at 6. I don't have Handel Liebenberg in the side. 7, I went with Pepsi Buthelezi of the Sharks. Another guy, I think he was SA Schools captain, and he's been performing in the poor Sharks side, I feel like, pretty decently. And then at 8, I went with Frankie Horn from the Lions as well. I think Frankie Horn
I knew you were gonna go with Frankie Horn.
Yeah, you have to go with Frankie Horn. He's been superb for the Lions, and just the way what he offers. I mean, he's an 8 that can kick. He does little grubbers, little chip throughs, and what I've seen from him so far this season, it seems like he's picked up at least between 5 and 10 kgs of size. So I think he could be the next one to actually make the step up into the Bokke team. And he started off at the Lions at a young age, and he was already making inroads into the first team. So I think for me, it is definitely Ruan Venter 6, 7 Pepsi Buthelezi, and 8 Frankie Horn.
Okay, so obviously Ruan Venter's in the team. I think I'll concede Frankie Horn over Cameron Hanekom, because Hanekom obviously hasn't done it as long. Yeah. And I agree with everything you're saying about Frankie Horn. But number 6, bro, I think I have to go with Handel Liebenberg over Pepsi. Obviously,
I can concede that one as well.
Yeah. If we were choosing a team that's a future Bok team and that type of vibe, then obviously Pepsi. But in terms of like now, this moment, I think Handel is a bit better, bro. So 6 Handel Liebenberg, 7 Ruan Venter, 8 Frankie Horn. Is that how we're gonna go?
I think so. Was Liebenberg part of the Bulls side a while ago, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure I got the right guy. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think Ruan Venter, Handel Liebenberg, and Frankie Horn. I think that's a pretty decent loose forward trio right there.
Yeah. So the halfback pairing, bro. Number 9, who did you go with there?
Number 9. Okay, guys, might be a bit biased, but there wasn't really many options. It was literally majority of the Sharks. I mean, Sharks at both their scrum offs or Bokke caps, and then you're looking at guys like at the Bulls. Ambrose Papi's got a few caps as well, so it's a bit difficult there. But I went with Morne van der Berg just because of options. Really just because of options.
Go with you, bro.
I knew
you were gonna choose him.
Honestly, I don't think he probably would make a Bokke team, but if we're going just off guys that are uncapped at the moment, there's not many options, bro. There's just not many options. Maybe the fans know out there. Maybe you guys know of someone else.
I know one, bro.
Okay, let's go with yours. Let's see who you got at number 9.
Zach Berger, bro. I think Zach Berger's been a bit better.
Where is he playing now? Bro. At the Bulls still?
At the Bulls, bro. At the Bulls.
But he hasn't even been starting. I'm sure I've been seeing Ambrose start almost every game.
Dude, they chip and change. I think Zach Berger's a bit better than Morne van der Berg.
No, I agree with you. I also think he's better. But if you're going to be struggling to make it into the Bulls side, I can honestly... I think Morne van der Berg would probably be playing the Bulls scrum off right now, the starting scrum off, to be honest with you.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, we'll go with Morne van der Berg at 9.
Yeah.
10, who have you got there?
Okay, my opinion is I think he's going to be a future Bokke inside centre. But I went with Sasha Feinberg and Gomizulu just because he wants to play 10. We've seen him play 10 before. He's an outstanding player, probably the highest prospect in South Africa at the moment. So I went with Sasha Feinberg from the Stormers. And yourself?
Well, 10, the URC, we look at the teams playing and what they're doing. I probably think that the best number 10 that hasn't got a cap is probably Chris Smith, bro. Just like the way he plays. Obviously, he's not getting much game time now with the Bulls signed.
Yeah, they got Goose there.
Yeah, and Jacques van der Walt. So it's a bit difficult for him there. But I still think what he did in the last 2 seasons, he's been good, bro. And he reminds me like of that Morne Steyn style player, bro. It's traditional South African fly-off, bro. Good kicking, high percentages, goals. So I like the way he plays. So I'll choose him at 10, bro.
Talking about Chris Smith, he would be an excellent signing for the Lions. I know Nohamba's been playing at the 10 and he's actually been doing quite decent. But now all the factors that you mentioned about Chris Smith he would probably elevate the Lions backline even more. So yeah, Chris Smith.
Exactly.
I think Morne van der Berg, Chris Smith, that's a perfect combination. I'll concede the Sasha Feinberg one just because we haven't seen that much of Sasha Feinberg compared to Chris Smith playing at an elite level.
Okay, but let's move on to the centers because I put Sasha Feinberg and Komazulu at 12, bro, and Henk van Wyk at 13. I had him at 12, bro, because that's where he's playing now, and he's like we said, bro, he's good, bro. He's a superstar in the making.
I think he's going to be the future inside center. Yeah, I think he's going to be the future Booker inside center, but I just went based off there's not many options available at the moment for 10 as well. Like Johan Goosen, he's got a cap. Who else is playing? Kerwin Bosch has got like 1 or 2 caps, so even though he's been playing poor, so I don't think he should really be in the side. But for me, I went with Lorenzo Julius of the Sharks, another guy that's probably a future player more than he is a player right now. But I think if he gets molded in, like similar to how Kane Moody got molded into the Springbok side, if he gets into the door early, I think he could just grow and he'd probably explode. And then, Henk van Wyk, there's not a better outside centre in the country right now. I think Henk van Wyk is probably the best outside centre in the country right now. Maybe even better than the options we have. Like if you look at Jesse Kriel, and what he offers, I think Henk van Wyk, even at his young age, probably offers a bit more even.
Yeah, but it's just probably the experience type of thing and everything. But I think you will see him in the system pretty soon, right? He's playing good rugby.
Yeah, I also think so. Him and Ron Venter are probably the Lions guys, the next 2 Lions guys, probably to make the step up.
Exactly. So 12 Sasha Feinberg and Komazulu and 13 Henk van Wyk. Wingers, brother. Who have you got on the wingers?
Okay, I got 1 guy from the Lions, 1 guy from the Stormers. Edward van der Merwe is probably the best uncapped winner in the world right now.
Yeah.
I can't see anyone really outclassing him. Like, Apiwa Janti's obviously got a few caps, but he hasn't been performing really well this season. So I'm going with Edward on the left, and on the right I've got Lealen Zas from the Stormers. I think he's, considering his career, starting off at the Stormers, struggling to make it into the side, moving to the Cheetahs, back to the Stormers. Now I think over the last 2 seasons he's probably been one of the best outside backs in the whole country.
Yeah, bro, okay, I agree with you on Edward, and I do think Zas has been great, but there's one guy roaming around in England that is absolutely on fire and has been on fire for long. Tyron Green, bro.
I knew you were going to go with Tyron Green.
I like the way he plays, bro. At 14, I got Tyron Green, bro. So, between Tyron Green and Zas, who do you think makes this team?
Before we go on, this is where the conundrum comes in again. I've actually got Tyron Green in my side as well, but I got him at 15. So
15 over Quan Horn. I got Quan Horn at 15.
I've literally got both of them here. I got Quan Horn and Tyron Green. So I had them like hyphenated here between the 2 of them. But you know what? I agree with you. I'd probably go Tyron Green on the wing and then Quan Horn at the back. I think he's another one that's been excellent for the Lions.
Okay, sweet. So we agree on that one. So, bro, let's go through the team. At number 1, Steve Sithole. Number 2, Johan Grobler. 3, Neetling Forshire. 4, Ruben van Heerden. 5, JJ van der Mesh. 6, Hanro Liebenberg. 7, Rowan Venter. 8, Franco Horn. 9, Morne van der Berg. 10, Chris Smith. 11, Edward van der Merwe. 12, Sasha Feinberg and Komazulu. 13, Henk van Wyk. 14, Tyron Green, and 15, Quan Horn. It's a pretty good team, bro. Pretty good team.
I also think so. I think that's quite an excellent team. And that's the great thing about South African rugby is our depth is unmatched in world rugby. I don't think there's another country that could possibly have 4 or 5 teams that could play for the Springboks. You know what I mean? If you look at the Springbok setup now, we've got like 2 proper first teams that are like mixing around. And then we've mentioned the guys that have got 1 or 2 caps, maybe 3 or 4 caps even. They like almost next in line, and then you've got all these uncapped youngsters and uncapped players that are coming through as well. I think just the depth in South African rugby is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, that's our show. Thank you for watching. If you agree with the side that we've picked of Uncapped Springboks, let us know in the comments. If you disagree, let us know too. But this has been Couch Pro Sports. Thanks for joining us, guys. Please like, please subscribe, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.